Tony Ferguson versus Khabib Nurmagomedov has been cancelled so many times, and I'm so glad. I'm so glad that it's been cancelled so many times. Could you imagine if this next fight was a rematch? How shit that would be. I'm so glad it got cancelled. I never thought I'd say that, but I'm so glad. Tony Ferguson is a different kind of beast, man. In my opinion, Tony Ferguson right now, better resume than Khabib, can we just establish? Also, in my opinion, a fellow lightweight champion that's defended his belt twice against top contenders. He defended it against Pettis, he defended it against Cerrone. Cerrone was on short notice. He's never lost his belt. I consider this a champion versus champion fight. Who's the real champion of the lightweight division? Khabib's win over Poirier was fucking impressive. Okay? Whatever people are going to say, like Poirier looked like shit. Regardless, Khabib beat Poirier and submitted him in the third round. Okay? You can't take anything away from that. He got hurt. He came back, showed he's a champion, and submitted Poirier in the third round. And I feel like that was a real statement for Khabib, because before then, it was kind of like, well, you got the belt from Al Quinta, and you defended it against McGregor, who didn't really earn the title shot and hadn't fought in 2 years and hadn't wrestled in 2 years. So everyone was still a bit like, is he champ? And now he's beat Poirier. He's 100% the champion, but he's one of the champions. I feel like Tony Ferguson beats him, man. I think Tony Ferguson beats him. I've never had to apologise for picking against someone's fighter more than I have to Khabib fans, because they fucking hate it. I can see Khabib losing, guys. I'm sorry. Alright? Your boy eventually, in my opinion, will get beaten. And I think it will be by Tony Ferguson. This is his toughest fight of his career. So was Dustin Poirier. Turns out, no, it wasn't. Conor McGregor was the toughest fight of his career. Believe it or not. Even though it was so one-sided, that was the toughest fight of his career. It's that or Al Quinta. Alright? Tony Ferguson is a different beast. Wrestling, up here. Cardio, up here. He's on level. He's a beast in every area that Khabib fears. Not that he fears, but every area that Khabib isn't good in, or that every area that people think that Khabib can be exploited in, Tony Ferguson possesses it. Slicing open elbows. Active off bottom. That's bad against Khabib. Dangerous off bottom with the submission. Dangerous with the elbows off bottom. Constant volume. Constant volume and pressure on the feet. Never moves backwards. I don't remember the last time I saw Tony Ferguson move backwards in a fight for more than 10 seconds. I don't think I've ever seen it in my life. He will stick coming forward, and as we have seen, Khabib doesn't like to go for takedowns in the center of the cage. He needs you against the fence. Okay? And that's what Dustin Poirier thought like he was going to do very well, but he just kept backing himself up into the fence. Tony Ferguson is not going to do that unless Khabib makes him go there, which is going to take a lot of energy and a lot of effort. Tony Ferguson will not be taken down in the center of the octagon without a front roll. Without a front flip. You try and take down Dustin Poirier, what's he going to do? He's going to stuff the takedown, or he's going to pull guillotine like a retard. Try and take down Conor McGregor, what's he going to do? He's going to go for double underhooks and try and get you off of him. Al Quinta, double underhooks, or he's going to go for a leg. Tony Ferguson is going to do a front flip. You cannot train for that. You will never be able to train for Tony Ferguson. You can train not to the level of Khabib, but you can bring in high-level wrestlers that do similar things to Khabib. You can bring in Sambo champions. You cannot bring in a Tony Ferguson. Nobody is as retarded as him. He has the perfect level of retardation to beat Khabib, in my opinion. I'm so sorry. It's going to get worse when I pick Qatar to beat Zabit as well. That's going to be the downfall. I might even get some... I don't even know what's going to happen. I'll get death threats, though. Because I might just pick Qatar against Zabit just to piss everyone off. You know what I'm saying? Just to really grind it in that these Dagestanis ain't shit. I'm joking. No, Khabib definitely fares a chance against Tony. One thing. I can't see Tony get submitted. He's been submitted once in his career by Triangle, I believe, at the very start of his career before he really knew anything about jiu-jitsu. Now he's a different animal. I can't see him ever getting submitted again. I can't see him getting rode out to a decision, because you're going to have to beat him in the 4th and 5th round to do that. And that isn't going to happen with Tony Ferguson. And I can only see him, and I've said this about Tony Ferguson, I can see Khabib knocking him out cold on the feet. People are going to say I'm crazy for that. I don't see a world where Khabib takes down Ferguson and beats the shit out of him. I don't see that happening. I don't see Khabib taking down Ferguson and beating the shit out of him and TKOing him from ground and pound. I can't see that. What I can see is, and what I see every time Tony Ferguson fights is, I can definitely see one day someone's going to catch him on that chin and he's going to be 35 years old and that one knock on the chin's going to be one too many and he may be KO'd stiff. It's the one reason why I think Conor McGregor is a great match for him. Obviously, if it goes past the second round, Tony Ferguson's going to fucking deal with Conor McGregor like he's a bitch. But in that first, and anyone in the first round against Tony Ferguson has a huge chance to knock him out cold. Only way I see Khabib winning is to do that on the feet. And I don't see that happening. I see Tony Ferguson being able to win in many ways. Beating Khabib up on the feet. Submitting him off of his back. I know it sounds crazy. But after some elbows to the face, you're open for submissions. Okay? I can see him grinding out and getting a doctor stoppage against Khabib. I can see him beating the shit out of him for 5 rounds. I can't see that from Khabib. Alright? And maybe it's my bias. Maybe it is. I'm rooting for the Mexican here. My bad. Alright? I think Tony Ferguson has what it takes to get him out of there. And I will not back down to that. Alright? I think Tony Ferguson beats him. I think he peppers him away with shots for the entire fight. And I think the fight goes like this. First round. Khabib tries to take Tony Ferguson down. It works. It's tough though. And Tony Ferguson's going to be scrambling the entire round. Khabib's going to win the round. But Tony Ferguson is going to be continually scrambling. Continually getting back up. He may be put down again. But Khabib's going to have to work damn hard to get Tony Ferguson on the ground. Round 2. Khabib's going to get Tony Ferguson down again. This time, a little bit harder. Tony Ferguson's going to scramble. Maybe get back up to his feet. Piece up Khabib a little bit with some knees. Some 1-2s. A nice little jab. Tony Ferguson will throw leg kicks on wrestlers. He doesn't give a fuck. Tony Ferguson might even throw head kicks, spinning elbows, anything he wants to. Because he's a retard. But it works. He's the right kind of retard. Round 2, Khabib trying to get him down again. Tony Ferguson gets back up. Tries to get him down again. Tony Ferguson gets back up. But these are points for Khabib. I think he'll win the overall round. I think at the end of the second round, Tony Ferguson will start to piece him up a little bit. Alright? Maybe he's doing some damage off of bottom. Round 3. This is where I see it going downhill for Khabib. I think round 3 is going to be a big round. I said this was the round Poirier was going to beat Khabib in. And it may be the 4th against Ferguson. Who knows? But in the 3rd or 4th round, I feel like Tony's going to have figured him out. I think Khabib's not going to be able to take him down in the centre of the cage anymore. I think Tony's going to do what McGregor did and kind of take centre and take charge. Not what Poirier did and fucking back off because his chin is suspect and sort of run to the back of the cage and let Khabib shoot double legs on you. Not that. I think he's going to do what McGregor did, and what McGregor did was very good. Took the centre of the stage. When Khabib tried to push him backwards, he made Khabib pay. Yeah, he took some lumps for it and took some shots, but he was always trying to regain the centre of the octagon. I feel like Tony Ferguson's going to do the same thing. Pepper Khabib away with shots. I think Khabib's going to get hurt on the feet. He's going to be cut up and hurt and tired from getting front kicked to the stomach. Whatever Tony wants to do to him, he's going to shoot for a lousy takedown and get dash choked and finished in the 3rd. Tony Ferguson's still the lightweight champion of the world. Come get me in the comments, you little pussies. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Click that there. Goodbye.